Fresh from the Queen City of the South, I'm James, and over in Pampanga right now is my partner Rob, and welcome to episode 04 of the Jump Shot Podcast. Maayong gabi, Rob. Fourth episode, finally. Na-record. Nawahi ito ta.
Langgang, date mo ng usa dira.
Adi. Hawa ka yaw-yaw.
Natsi mo.
Siyempre, ano yun? Hawa ka yaw-yaw. Anniversary man. Pagbigyan. Pasensya sa langay.
Mag-date.
Anyway.
Gaganda yun sa Milo.
Oo, bitaw, Dagan Milo. Pusla na tong pagdagan-dagan.
Ito yun ba, musta yung pagdagan sa Milo, waka ka kunin to, waka nang hiyog post dito nga kunin.
Ay, kapoy, kayo nga lagi ko, Rob. May pa mo basketball lagi.
Nga.
10K doon niya. 10K po niya. First time medalist. Good experience po.
Ayos kayo.
Yeah. Gani, why na kuyapan? Wami na kuyapan. Kalayo sa Diyos.
Magyod kay.
Yeah. Ano lang.
Ila po yung distance doon yung dagan po?
10K. 10 kilometer. So good me sa...
10 mil.
Sa... 10 Kuan to. Lagi, 10K. Ito mini kuan start sa sports sa Cebu City Sports Center. Agawa sa inyo nya sa Capitol, sa Escarrio, way traffic. Tuyok mi sa Laos mi sa Gorordo, dong Lahog. Tuyok mi na dito ang 10K nga turnaround sa unahan sa USPF Lahog. Then pabalik dito mi sa CIC, sa Dole, sa Careta Cemetery. Nya sa St. Peter's Imos, Lahos na balik sa kuan. Dito sa sulod na sa Cebu City Sports Center. Og Lahos.
Bibo dito.
Common Town, 1 hour 18. Bibo hotdog. Anak lang.
Dayon.
Today, tonight, as of this recording, we will continue with our NBA preseason preview.
Alright.
Down to the 24th team. Alright. First up is the Dallas Mavericks, Rob. So let me do the honors of showing the previous record. The record is 33-49 from last season. That's 24th overall and 14th in the West, ika-14.
14th.
Key additions. Yep. Ilang gikuha balik si Seth Curry from free agency.
Tuod.
DeLon Wright. Oo, bitaw. And surprise, Boban Marjanovic. So, key departures of course, the retirement of Dirk Nowitzki. Then the addition of Trey Burke who's now in Philadelphia. So they haven't made sense since the 2011 championship run, Rob. So they've been really trying to rebuild every step of their way. Especially they're now revolving around the name of Luka Doncic, the reigning rookie of the year. So he averaged 21.2 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 6 assists. So let's go to the tail of the tape on this, Rob. What are you looking forward to the Mavericks this time?
Well, excited ko ano yung team, no? Because even though rivals nila sa Suns, I always enjoy watching Dirk Nowitzki play man pud sa una, no? But after 21 seasons, may retire na gid taon si Dirk. So it's a new era of basketball na dira karon sa Dallas. No, nanas like Kristaps Porzingis, nanas like Luka Doncic, no? And sa akong nadumduman, no? It has been 3 years naman siguro since they got into the playoffs, and it's their longest playoff drought since the year 2000.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And to think that they really had a lot of cash. Supposed to be nag-hope sila ba nga mo attract og big time
Mm,
players, but it was to no avail.
mm.
But I think they should really focus on Luka Doncic and his pairing with Kristaps Porzingis. And the Mavericks even extended Porzingis with $150 million in 5 years. So, question is, do you think they will mesh together, together with their young team, Rob?
Well, sa kuan, para nako no, speaking sa kuan kay karon sa NBA na naman gyud tay nauso na gyud ning mga duos, di ba? No, if si Kristaps mabalik na siya sa iyang all-star form before siya na-injured sa una, no? I think Luka and Porzingis will definitely be one of the best duos in the entire league, no? Kay imo lang kwentahon ng duwa ni Luka Doncic, maayo biya siya nga playmaker, di ba? Maayo po siya sa pick and roll. Maayo po dyan sa isolation, no? So imagine if si Kristaps ang mo-screen ni si Kristaps ang mo-screen niya. So there will be a ton of possibilities for the Mavericks offense.
Yeah, and they can go. I think they can go hand in hand together.
Mm.
But of course, Luka can shoot, Luka can dribble, can spot up. Kristaps can play the point center as well. He's a unicorn, so big man who can bring the ball up. And yeah, I think yeah, they're both rare specimens of talent. So I believe they're going to be a very very good duo moving forward as they go along with the season.
Yeah, and
And
and and also
yeah,
aside
yeah,
aside sa ilang aside sa nilang duha, they got some really good pieces in the free agency also in the off season, no? Na silang
yep,
Boban Marjanovic, silang
exactly.
diba daghan
Seth
silang
Curry,
Seth Curry, like you said kanina, like sa imong
Dylan Wright.
gipang ilang Delon Wright, diba? So I think those guys, though when it comes to kining sa man eh. Well, nya kana sad sila is very good role players. So I think
Yep.
murag lawom-lawom po ni gamay ning lineup sa ning roster sa Dallas Mavericks this season.
Yeah, exactly. And aside from them, they haven't really made news on signing big free agents. But they re-signed Dorian Finney-Smith, 3 years for $12 million,
Mm.
and Delon Wright also through free agency. He's more athletic and defensive-minded than Doncic,
Mm.
but I believe he can still produce quality minutes. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think moving forward, Rob, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, tinuod no. Kay atong istoryanan ning depth chart nila sa season because atong kwentahon ni si Luka Doncic for example, no. Pwede man ni siya nimo
yeah,
ibutang sa either 1, 2, 3 position. Unya
yeah,
unya kani
exactly.
si Kristaps Porzingis pwede pa nimo siya ma-sentro or ma-kwatro, no,
Cuatro,
di ba?
cinco,
So
yeah.
so
Bitaw.
imo lang dayon silang timpla-timplahan og mga shooters nga mo complement, no, like ilang na Finney Smith, nilang
Seth,
Seth Curry, no.
yeah,
Ana ba? So
exactly.
so so, so para nako nindot nilang roster karon kay kuan ba kaning versatile ba, no? Nay versatility, no? When you talk about when you talk about
Versatility.
versatility in the roster, the Dallas Mavericks definitely has that.
All right. So, do you think they're going to be a playoff team?
Yeah, I believe so. They could be a playoff team if, like I said, mubalik sa iyang all-star form ni Kristaps Porzingis,
Old
no?
form. Mm-hmm.
Although daghang matag nakita bud sa social media nga mga pictures niya nga workout siya, no? But still,
Yep.
gikan yo siya injury nga kuan bugat-bugat pod. So I
Yep. So it
think
was a
I
torn
think there
ACL.
will still be
Yeah.
time for him to adjust pa siguro sa iyang form, sa iyang injury
Mm-hmm.
karon, no?
Sayang.
So
Yep. Exactly.
kay ACL injury beto, knee injury beto,
ACL.
nawa siya for one season. So if mobalik lang gina siya sa
Mm-hmm.
iyang kuan, mobalik lang gid siya sa iyang all-star form like sa iyang gipakita gyud sa una. I think dako yung puruhan ning Dallas Mavericks nga musud sa playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, any predictions for the upcoming season?
Predictions for Dallas, maybe they are going to, like I said, if Moto, if Moto si Kristaps mo kuan gid siya mo balik yun yung all-star form, so maybe
Flourish,
they could
yeah.
win like
Mm-hmm.
40 plus games this season. And possibly
I was
and
actually
possibly make
thinking
the
the same.
playoffs pa.
Yeah. Shall we say worst case, 8 seed?
Yeah.
Fair to say, or higher?
Maybe 8 seed or
Yeah.
higher. Like that.
Yep. So for me, a worst case scenario, maybe they'll just win 35 games, and just in case everything goes to crap
Mm.
or they screw up. But yeah. Okay. So from 1 to 10, I would rate them to a 4.
For the off season.
I think much. Yeah.
Ako po,
Yeah, for
maybe
the off season.
I'll give them a 4 or 5 this off season, no. Although
Mm-hmm.
Although wag kayo sila nakuha ang mga big names sa free agency,
Agency.
but at least na sila yung nakuha ang mga role players sad nga kabawta nga mo contribute yun sa ilang team ug makapalawom pagmayo sila ang
Palawon.
bench.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts on this one, sports aficionados? Tell us your thoughts as you listen to our podcast. But after the break, we will talk more. 2 more teams. And this is the Jump Shot Podcast. Stay tuned.
What's up? James here. If you love this episode of the Jump Shot Podcast, the follow button is just within reach, but only if you're ready to listen to more of our self-produced content. And please do give us a 5-star rating on facebook.com/jumpshotpodcast. Cheers!
Hello guys, welcome back to the Jump Shot Podcast.
Yay!
You are still with us, as always, Raboni Bourbon, and my partner over in Cebu City, James Avilion.
Yay! Yay! Sharp kiddos.
O kaganina no, among gistoryahan ang Dallas Mavericks o ang kining pagdagan ni James og 10,000 na kilometro sa Milo. sa Milo Marathon atong
Smell.
weekend, no? And karon we will move on to our next team. This is the New Orleans Pelicans.
Pelicans. Yeah. So,
Now,
yeah.
James, can
Yep.
you do the honors for this team?
Much obliged. Last season, they're the same with the Dallas Mavericks, 33 to 49. That's 23rd overall, 13th in the West. Key additions. Dang, dang, dang. Number 1 pick, Zion Williamson. Lonzo Ball,
Oh, wow.
Brandon Ingram from a trade. Also, Josh Hart from a trade. They came from the Lakers. JJ Redick from free agency. Derek Favors from a trade. Jackson Hayes from the draft, and Nickel Alexander Walker from the draft again. Key departures, big key departures. That's Anthony Davis, Julius Randle, and Elfrid Payton. All went away. So, Pelican season, you can really say that it's drama filled with Anthony Davis and their fiasco around the league and the front office. Time to spill the beans. Grabe ni ang kuana. Katod yung last season yun.
Finally, good, no?
Finally good.
Finally, the New Orleans Pelicans finally got rid of this guy, Mr. Anthony Davis.
What's the feeling ba? Full feeling.
Full feeling.
Yeah, that's
And
because they've become toxic. That kind of drama has become toxic, especially with the
toxic yun.
team. Mga toxic. Yup.
Luoy
But
kay sila atong last season kay si Anthony Davis kay mo ito nangayo gila gito siya trade lagi unta niya kay wa magid niya mahatag ang trade so ang Pelicans murag awkwardan po sila nga ilang ibabad ug maayo si Anthony Davis sa court sa
Yup.
kawan the rest of the season so nya kuan mo day pud to kining bawal man daw kuno na murag kanang gibawalan sila ni Commissioner Adam Silver nga
Yep.
ilang totally bench gid si Anthony Davis so what they did kay they let him play for like every other game nga
Every other game.
style to
yeah.
mm.
And what really happened behind that story, Rob? Anthony Davis actually requested privately for a trade to then General Manager Del Demps, but he refused. And it came to a point that Anthony Davis publicized his plea. So that turned into a drama-filled season for the
grabe
Pelicans.
kito nga
And
actually drama filled both for the Pelicans and the Lakers.
Lakers.
The
Yeah,
Lakers
fair
were
enough.
the Lakers were so desperate to acquire him in that considering their performance in that time of the
nako.
season.
Oh, yun na
Diba?
yun. Yeah, and especially with LeBron who was injured, so yeah, of course. And the front office thirsting for Anthony Davis. Grabe lang pagpanguya ba to. But yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, ironically,
Ironically.
ang Lakers po nakahatag nila og deal for
Yeah.
Anthony Davis in the end, no? And mo na nga ila yung nakuha karon ang
Young core,
katong,
especially.
young core sa
Young core, yeah.
Lakers last season. Like ang Lonzo Ball,
Ball,
Brandon Ingram,
Josh Hart.
Josh Hart.
So, do you
Yeah.
think, Rob, it's fair to say that they had equal chances, so wala sila alkansi for the both teams?
Wala. Para nako for the sa side lang sa New Orleans Pelicans,
yeah,
na.
Pelicans, sure.
Actually, swerte kay sila kay nakakuha na sila og deal ni Anthony Davis finally. Nya ang deal kay nindot pa gid siya nga deal, pa gid siya ingon nga bati nga deal, di ba?
Yep.
No? Lucky sila since they got rid of Anthony Davis and then they also got the number 1 pick in Zion Williamson.
Then Williamson, yeah.
Yeah, and we know kung unsa gyud ka dominante ni si Zion before sa
Yeah.
before to
Especially
sa tong college pa siya.
Sa Duke University.
He might not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
He
of,
might not.
yeah, but before that, Rob, let me speak on the stats. Speaking of his dominance for Zion, now his only year in Duke, 33 games, he averaged 22 points, 22.6, 8.9 rebounds, 2.1 steals, 1.8 rebounds, and not only that, that's 68% field goal shooting, the highest field goal percentage for a freshman. So he was actually compared to
Yeah.
LeBron, but yeah. Moving forward, Rob, how do you see Zion Williamson playing with the Pelicans?
Well, like you said, he might not be as good as he might not be as good of a rookie as LeBron James, but we know that he can really impact this game so much,
Yep.
with his explosiveness, iyang size, o iyang athleticism. So this will be a very big season for New Orleans, and I
Yes.
know nga daghan gid mag-expect ani nila nga mo perform sila nindot. But I
think
doubt
so.
that. Although I doubt that, no. But I think they do really have a chance of
Yeah.
making some noise in the West and probably make the playoffs.
Yep, and I think it would be absurd for the Pelicans to tank with their lineup right now. They've also added JJ Redick for veteran presence and shooting. And I think naka-jackpot yun sila actually, Zion, in the name of Zion, robust and freak-like. And I even see him as a good-mannered fellow. So may taon ning tawhana.
May man siya.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think
Butan sa po.
and it's something to prove, especially in a small market team and with the departure of Anthony Davis.
Kadumdum ko itong pag draft night nga itong gipick na siya, di ba? Itong gi-interview siya after siya gipick, nihilak pag isa to.
Hilak siya to.
Sa na emotional siya itong time, so
Yeah, much deserved for him and for the Pelicans. And much disappointed to the New York Knicks. I'm sorry, Knicks fans, because they were expecting the number one pick.
Phoenix Suns po, nag-expect po yung number 1
Yeah, and also the Phoenix Suns. But any thoughts for the upcoming season?
Well, the upcoming season, no? Like I said, I think naagid sila dakong chance nga maka spark of something like a late run siguro sa season.
Yep.
Something like that. Because we know bago pa sila gauban, no? They have new teammates like Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
So it would take time pa siguro for them to mesh. But
Yep.
I think late in the season, if nindot gud ilang performance, if makakuan, I think na slight chance yung maka-spark sila late run sa season and probably although not really make the playoffs para nako, no? But maybe at least to be in the run for that 8th spot.
8th spot. Yeah. Same goes with the Dallas Mavericks. Only if they would add the veteran presence, I think it's fair to say that they could really contend for the playoffs. Walang gid sila kanang, shall we say, dominant na shall we say veteran aside from JJ Redick. But let's give them a chance. But anyway,
Yeah, let's give them a chance. Like they have Brandon Ingram, di ba? Ingram is he's the player that has all the tools to become an elite scorer, no?
yeah, especially
Napot
that
sila Lonzo Ball, no?
Lonzo Ball.
Tapos sila Lonzo Ball, although dagang ni criticize sa yang offense.
And it's
Although
inconsistencies.
dagang magid pugag ma-criticize sa yang offense, but his defense is definitely one of the best among the
Definitely.
NBA guards.
Yeah,
Mo na siya dira.
of course. And
Ikaw,
they would go along with Drew Holiday, of course, who's a two-way player, an excellent two-way player. So, yeah, veteran presence. I think they need to work on that and also meshing with the new talents. So, yep. In a score of 1 to 10, Rob, how do you rate them?
Score of 1 to 10 sila ang off-season, I will give them 7.
Mm-hmm.
No, because finally, no, actually ang na-feel yun ako nga mga ilaging first priority sa off-season kay ilaging matangtang si Anthony Davis, and they did that. No, natangtang gud nila ilaging natangtang si Anthony Davis in exchange for a very good deal from the Lakers.
Yep.
And then
say so.
they were lucky in the NBA draft, and they picked number 1, and they did not waste that they did not waste that opportunity to draft the best player in the draft, which is Zion Williamson.
Okay, wise pick from the Pelicans. So, any thoughts on this one, sports aficionados? That's a wrap for the New Orleans Pelicans. So, after the break, we will go to the last team, and of course, we will read your mailbag posts. Yay! So, we'll be back. Stay tuned, stay locked in.
What's up? James here. If you love this episode of the Jump Shot Podcast, the follow button is just within reach, but only if you're ready to listen to more of our self-produced content. And please do give us a 5-star rating on facebook.com/jumpshotpodcast. Cheers!
And we are back to episode 04 of the Jump Shot Podcast. I'm still here. James and Rob is over in Pampanga. So we will still continue with the NBA preseason preview. Alright, going to Memphis and the Grizzlies team, the Memphis Grizzlies. their record from last year is 33-49. That's 22nd overall and 12th in the West. Key additions from the draft. That's John Morant. Ta-da-dang, jackpot. Then Brandon Clark from the draft. And from the trades are Jay Crowder. Oh, imong idol Rob. Josh Jackson. Andre Iguodala.
Mura.
and Grayson Allen. Key departures: Mike Conley, Avery Bradley, DeLon Wright, CJ Miles, and Chandler Parsons.
Okay.
Now, the Memphis Grizzlies ended their grit and grind era after they traded away Mike Conley and Mark Gasol earlier in the season, especially with Gasol. And yeah, it goes to another level of basketball, like how the sport has evolved. Like they're going with the young guns right now. How about you, Rob?
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
They're not just going with the young guns. They're actually now falling into a rebuild, no, this season. No, like you said,
That's what I
after
said.
the departure of Gasol and Conley, you know, that finally marked
Conley,
the
yeah.
end of their grit and grind era. But now they have new guys in Jay Crowder. No? They have Tyus Jones also.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, Tyus
Yeah.
Jones.
but if you're to be very excited, Siguro, about this team, I think it's going to be the reason for that. It's going to be Jaren Jackson Jr. No, he's
Exactly.
he's a great rebounder. He's a former lottery pick. No, and
Yeah.
that's the guy who Memphis should focus the offense on for them this season. Plus, they had the number 2 pick
Yup,
pa,
yup.
no? Si Ja Morant, who's also a very fun
Ja
guy
Morant.
to watch.
Fun guy to watch and have flashes of NBA players though. He's been compared to Russell Westbrook. He's a poor man Russell Westbrook
Yeah.
with the handles of like the premier point guards right now.
Mm.
And yeah, I think they can work with Jaren Jackson Jr. Now Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of Jaren Jackson Sr. on the champions of Spurs,
Mm.
who's elite guard as well. Can really shoot. So nagmana siya sa iyang papa. Sa iyang papanak. But more athletic and with a decent shooting touch.
And
So-
very versatile pa.
How do we go around? Yeah, and very versatile, so to speak. Yeah, and they also have Jonas Valanciunas, who averaged 19.9 points and 10.7 rebounds. So, yeah, how do you go around with this kind of lineup, Rob?
Well, like they have Ja Morant now in their roster, no? I think I feel like he off the bat, no? I think he's going to be a high level pick and roll player. Sa kuha lang po na, no? In my opinion, no? Kay naabot siya yung size, di ba? Na siya yung length. Na siya
Length, yeah, no
athleticism, no? Halos tanan kay
Yeah.
naanan niya, no? He might have
Yeah, and playmaking skills.
he
as
might
well.
have problems with his efficiency like most NBA rookies nga point guards, no?
Rookies. Yeah.
But once maka-adjust na siya sa duwa sa NBA, I think he will definitely be very explosive on the court, especially with Jaren Jackson Jr., who is also very versatile.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, and I think the Memphis Grizzlies really gambled this season, especially with Josh Jackson, and who was seen as a disappointment in
Yeah,
Phoenix.
bro.
But I think it's a second chance for him, especially him.
He should, no? Kay karon kay kuan mga isa kining wa siya ma-appeal sa training camp roster sa Memphis. Dito siya gi-assign sa G League karon, no?
G League, yeah.
Mo to siya, but if na-appeal lang gid siya sa kuan, but if na-appeal siya sa kining official nga roster siguro, he should get minutes siguro po, no? Because the Grizzlies are a little thin dira sa wing position, no?
Then good.
No, and
Especially
and sa iyang sitwasyon karon, no, this should probably give him some murag
Chance.
makuan na siya ba kining murag wake up call para niya, di ba?
Ma-revive.
Ma-revive
Oo,
yung
kana.
kuan, no? Because sa una, number 4
Number
pick,
four.
number
Number four
4 pick ko dyan, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just entering his 3rd year in the league and na-trade siya, no?
Yeah.
We don't see that very often, so I hope that would give him a lesson.
Yeah. And so to speak of is disappointing per se.
Disappointing yun.
Disappointing 2 years. Yeah, that's because of probably two major reasons. His poor shooting woes, inconsistency in his shooting, and some off-court issues that may have damaged his reputation. Badlong man ni si Josh Jackson, but yeah, we really hope that he could recover. He's just 22, Rob, so batanon ba gid siya, no? Sa mamao na edad na to, and I think he deserves a second chance, young as he is. And yep. Now, speaking of the Grizzlies as well, Rob, here's a fun fact. Fun fact. So, fun fact, from last year, they suited up 29 players. Liman ka. So, sa ka-season, 29 ka players ang ilang design. And let them play. Oh, yeah, that's last season. It's because of the trades, the injuries, and all the stuff that's happening with the team. Yeah, I think they even cleaned up the front office with new president Jason Wexler, new vice president of basketball operations Zach Kleiman, who's only 30 years old, and a new coach, the name of Taylor Jenkins, who's had stints with the G League, the Hawks, and the Bucks as an assistant coach. So I would have to agree with you, Rob, that they are really going to have a rebuild revolving around the young talents, some veteran presence. So, moving on, moving on to their off-season grade. How do you rate them?
Well, off-season grade sa ila, maybe tagaan ako sila og 3 this season, no. Although naagid sila yung mga although nakuha gid na si Ja Morant, no. I think they are going into a rebuild this season. So yeah,
Okay.
nothing special yun sa ako na sa kuha lang, no. I think
Yeah.
maybe in the next three seasons they could bounce back balik, no. They have
Mm-hmm.
Valanciunas, they have Ja Morant, they have Jaren Jackson Jr. Still very young talents. So yeah, that's it.
So I have no objections. So how about the upcoming season? How about their predictions? Our predictions for their record this season.
Well, kanina si ilang record magpustahan na yung kuha no. Joke lang yun. Siguro they would get like 23 wins this season.
I was expecting 30 in my end.
Oh.
So how about you guys listening to the pod? Any thoughts, violent reactions, or wayo yo? Okay, I think we're good with the Memphis Grizzlies. So right after the break, we'll move on to our mailbag. So don't go away, and we'll be back.
What's up? James here. If you love this episode of the Jump Shot Podcast, the follow button is just within reach, but only if you're ready to listen to more of our self-produced content. And please do give us a 5-star rating on facebook.com/jumpshotpodcast. Cheers!
Yay! Welcome back to the Jump Shot Podcast. Kami yan po ninyong uban karon, Raboni Bourbon, and my partner over at the Queen City of the South, my second home, Cebu City.
Cebu City.
Yay!
So it's time for
Alright,
mailbag time.
mailbag time.
mailbag.
Hey.
Paboritong part. Yarp, bright boy. Okay. So,
mo to siya.
natay mga pundo gamay, no? Shoutouts po, gikan sa ako ang end. First, with
na James.
my good old friend Petro Badayos. He tagged me on a post on Bleacher Report's all-time player rankings. So out of the 4,374 NBA players, they boiled down to the top 50. Top 50 players, Rob, regardless of the eras, from the start until right now. So, this is from 1 to 9. First is Michael Jordan. Second is LeBron James. Third is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Fourth is Irvin Magic Johnson. Fifth is Larry Bird. Sixth is Shaquille O'Neal. Seventh is Tim Duncan. Eighth, Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. Next is Stephen Curry. And other players, number 14, Kobe Bryant. Number 15, Kevin Durant.
Oy.
Ano man eh.
Ano man na. Maglain yun yung boto na James.
Murag ko panuhotong di karon. Samtang nag-record tani. I mean, a player who is in the greatest of all time conversation, why would they rank him number 14 in the name of Kobe Bryant? And let me open up nag-defend ang Bleacher Report with this post. The most difficult I think sa ilang part is no doubt that there's unrelenting competitiveness from Kobe Bryant, as Bleacher Report said. But ang ilahang downside ng ni Kobe Bryant is ayang longevity, because his last 3 seasons were injury ridden.
I don't know. Ilang gikwenta ng last 3 seasons ni Kobe nga.
I just don't
Expected naman dito sa iyang age nga mo kuan na gid siya, mo action na gid siya ka.
Hello na gid siya.
Mo action na gid siya og ka
deteriorate, wear and tear. Wear down na gid siya.
Tungod na buto sa iyang age nga tiguang na pud siya. Di ba? So, pag sa pag-imong kay I'm sure kanang uban nga players dira kay ilan na gi-rank dira sa top 10 tungod sa kung unsa sila ka dominante ato ilang prime. Di ba?
Yeah.
Si Kobe atong iyang prime, we all know unsa gid siya ka monster, unsa gid siya ka Black Mamba, no? Dito ginato nakuha yung pagka Black Mamba, yung pagka Mamba mentality atong iyang prime.
Yeah.
Diba? And the guy won 5 rings for Christ's sakes, diba?
You've gotta give him credit. Actually, his share of talents and challenges.
Although siguro po pag ako po siguro ang naghimo ana nga list, no, ang argument po siguro nako ana ang na butang nako si Stephen Curry as number 7, number 9,
number 9,
and more ahead of Kobe is because of how he changed the landscape, the playing style of the NBA and how it evolved, because the NBA won't be like that if not for him also, ni Stephen Curry. But still, when we talk about greatest of all time, when their contributions to the game and how they played the game and how they
change the game.
how yun sa nila pagpakabuang sa mga fans sa ilahang ilang kamaayo sa anong panahon. So
yeah,
ambot nga na, di ba?
With all due respect to Bleacher Report, this is such a disrespect to Kobe Bryant. But yeah, give him some credit. Come on. I mean, number 14. This is blasphemous. In the names of Stephen A. Smith. But anyway, lahana. That's their own opinion. Kobe Bryant doesn't give a damn on this one because he knows he thinks he's the best. If it's an opinion,
Of course,
we cannot
of course.
blame others of these opinions. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you for
and,
that.
and
Bucket.
I'm sure kung sa Bleacher Report number 14 siya, but I'm sure sa ubang mga list he's on number 1 or top 5. So I think wa niya si Pacquiao.
Yeah, Woshi Paki, and to give him credit, he's actually busy investing, writing. Even
You
he
know what?
won an Oscar award. Not many NBA players can have that kind of feature, that kind of achievement. So he's
No.
living his life right now, so to speak. You gotta give him credit. All right.
Okay. So ato
Moving.
pong kuan James, no, ato pong last weekend, no, we had a welterweight match sa boxing.
Ding 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 ding. Familiar.
Errol Spence edged out Sean Porter via split decision and remained undefeated sa and with like both of these guys are murag ng ambisyon sila nga murag ilang makontra lagi daw kuno si Manny Pacquiao
Yeah.
in the future. But now, since nag-away na magis ng duwa, no, I mean, daog si Errol Spence.
Errol Spence.
And Errol Spence called out Pacquiao for numerous times, no? Even after the Keith Thurman fight. And now karon kay muraog somehow murag iya naman yung na-prove niya nga isa gid siya sa mga pinaka the best aning welterweight division in this very talent-rich welterweight division, no? So para nimo, how about Errol Spence and Pacquiao fight next year sa 2020?
But before that, let me have our thoughts on the Spence and Porter fight. Like, Spence and Porter have different kinds of fighting styles. Like, Errol Spence uses his size and composure, and he knows how to use angles. So he has a high fight IQ. And also on the other side of Sean Porter, he's a brawler. Like, bakbakan. He's a slugger. And yeah, he's proven his worth.
If nakakita mo to yung ilang fight pag Sunday, makaingon gyud mo nga shit out. balik. Tot. Sige lang. But nga lang explicit content dito sa Spotify.
But yeah, I don't blame you.
Pero
Ayaw.
pero bitaw if nakita mo to ilang fight last Sunday Philippine time, makaingon mo nga nasulit yung gayong kwarta aning match kay no if kamo so way mo kining search sa ilang highlights sa YouTube naman sila highlights ito nga taas nga 42 minutes yung highlights ba.
I think this is a candidate for fight of the year, Rob. Like, this
definitely
is the ideal fight of the year. Grabe.
Yes, very ideal.
And in the end, Errol Spence captured the WBC belt from Porter. So, nasa WBC belt right now and the IBF belt. So, this is a unification fight.
Yeah,
and you can really see, but going back to the landed punches. I mean, we go to the landed punches. So, sa points pa lang, Spence had 221 punches landed and 172 for Porter. But here's the thing, ang 172 nga na-receive, na-absorb nga sumbag ni Spence is the most in his career, Rob. So, kulba po to on the side for the both sides. Kulba po to siya. And now moving on to
kulba kay imong kwintaon tong nagsangka si Thurman ug si Porter murag Thurman really really dominated up Sean Porter in their fight and karon nga si Errol Spence na ning kontra ni Porter daghan pagid nag-expect nga mapildi ni Errol Spence si Sean Porter via unanimous decision, but
Yep.
mo na siya nitabo, no?
All right. Going back to your question, Rob, if Errol Spence going against Manny Pacquiao, I'm not sure. Pacquiao is still strong.
Well, atong basahon ning kwan kay ni
Sige daw.
throw mo ko kanang random ni share lang ko sa kwan ba. Akong
Okay.
i-share ning post sa Bleacher Report dayon akong caption kay Pacquiao Spence for next year, no. So, naay mga nang comment, no, mga akong nga mga
Oh,
kwan.
interesting.
Yeah.
Sige daw.
Kung basahon ning comment ni sa akong kwan siya, akong gagaw si Kuya Kent, no. Ana siya. Sa gipakita ni Spence sayon ra ni Manny. Bitaw.
Interesting.
Bitaw kay tinood kay mag nakita mo dito mag nakita nato dito ang kining unsa ang
Orang
mga
weakness.
kita gid ang katag kitang katag unsay mga weakness unsay mga blind spots ni Errol Spence. And if ato lang pong kwentahon tong ipakita ni Manny against Thurman nga iyang speed na pagyapon, iyang power, I think maglisod pagid ni si Spence ni Manny ko po. Although mas bata siya ni Manny.
Mo lang giingon, Rob. Be careful what you wish for, Errol Spence. With all due respect lang. You have to be careful with Manny Pacquiao. In the name of Manny Pacquiao, 8-time boxing legend.
Yan napoy
Yeah.
kwan. Napoy something from sa John Clark Texon, no. So,
Siyan han.
Ana siya nga counter puncher gid noon, pero ya man.
Counter puncher, no? Yeah. Actually, we saw flashes of counter punching during that fight. I don't know, but I don't know how he would transcend if ever the Pacquiao Spence fight gets finalized or mag-away na sila. I don't know how that goes.
Unya napay usap pod ni from Sir Glendale Rosal. No, siya he got exposed. Di niya ma-handle og tarong ang pressure fighter, which he's pertaining to Spence, no. Instead ni duwa siya sa duwa ni Porter. Luckily diing ana ka skillful nga pressure fighter si Porter. So mo to siya si Sir Glendale G Rosal. Asa kay mayo gaton siyang i-guest James, no, sa atong next episode kay we all know Sir Glendale Rosal is a former boxing writer, so daghan gini siya ideas when it comes to
Insights.
boxing.
Bitaw, no? Yeah, we're actually open and we've talked to him privately and he's open to it. And we're hoping to record with him as soon as possible. So we're looking forward to that. Wa ginay duha ra.
Right.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, Rob. How about first sa 3-on-3 roster? What happened actually?
Amo lagi to nga instead of katong mga chooks to go players ang ilang ipadda sa SEA Games, they opted to choose some PBA players to play for the Philippine 3x3 team, which is received a lot of criticisms kay
No question.
grabe, no, kay of course ang kaya ang chooks to go program biya gid ang nagkuan, ang let's say ang nagdevelop, ang nag-support, ang nag-finance, ang nag-nurture og mayo sa 3x3 nga sport sa Pilipinas. So nga
Supposed to be
at the end of the day mga PBA players na po, no.
with all due respect sa PBA players, like the pro level talent, but sayang man gud, di ba? Sayang ang effort sa chooks to go and the players in the players pool, and they were expecting to move out of their comfort zone and battle against the Southeast Asian Games, at least in the SEA Games this year. Wala gito, sayang effort. And even
Sayang yun,
the
sayang.
PBA, I think the SBP president Al Panlilio, according to a Rappler article, yeah, he said that it's the best way to popularize the sport. How? By fielding players from the PBA. They say it expands the growth, and the best way to promote is to utilize our PBA superstars as our ambassadors. Yeah.
Well, if mo naging siya ambassadors. Ambassadors lang mo lang poster boy sa 3x3. Wala may problema.
Yun.
No?
They're not part of...
Nga naman day og kinil lang po day mga chooks to go players lang po day padala dito nga kibo magita James nga kung unsa gyud ka lahi ang playing style sa 5-on-5 sa 3x3.
Very
diba?
different.
So and kani nga mga players kaning nasa chooks to go kanis sila anad na sila 3x3, some of them even are ranked 20 plus 30 plus, I think, di lang ko sure sa world rankings sa 3x3.
In the world rankings, Rob, they're 21st. The Philippines is 21st.
The
21st. FIBA ranks. And compare it to the FIBA 5-on-5, the Philippines is in the early 30s. So you can see the gap of the rankings. Now, moving back now, we've been organizing 3-on-3 events way before. So makita agad actually like the 3-on-3 basketball is speedier, more athletic, more skilled, faster. It's a fast-paced game,
and twice as more physical than the PBA.
Yeah, with all due respect to PBA players, but please give them a chance. That has to be a priority. And before they can qualify for the Olympic qualifying tournament, I mean, the 3-on-3 has just been named to officially Olympic sport. So that for those who do not know, so they have to keep their rank within the top 24 ranking para maka-qualify sila, Rob. So they have to keep that kind of record clean para masulod sila, and they have the chance to join the Olympics if they get a spot from the qualifying tournament. But I hope they won't get distracted on this one, Rob. Then, since their ultimate objective, of course, is to reach the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo. And of course, they brought in pride and honor.
Akong basahon ning ni Ferd yung comment.
Gabang.
Why not nasa Ferd nga. Nayati na yun kung makarga man gani sa Tokyo tapos PBA players yapon ang mag-represent.
Actually, Rob,
nag-gets na ko to.
It cannot happen if PBA players, since according to the FIBA rules, dapat 2 to 4 federation players ang naa sa usa ka team. That's like for example, the Philippines dapat na at least 2 high-ranking players sa ilaha sa 3-on-3 ranks. So bisag 2 ka PBA players ug 2 ka buok FIBA gikan sa players pool, that's still okay gyapon siya, legit gyapon siya. But going back, I guess they have to really focus on the players pool. Anyway, we hope that there would be drastic changes for that one. But anyway, we will move on to our final shout outs before we wrap things up. Anything from you, Rob, personally?
Wala ko lang i-shout out ang akong mga batchmates sa Alpha Aviation, batch 35.
Yay!
O sa akong mga dormmates, no, silang Chen, Kevin, silang Sir Errol, o si Jay Pinaki. Wala siya. O of course, akong pang shoutout sa ako sa i-greet lang po akong pamilya, no? Ako maigsuon, nasa Roqueta.
Your family.
And sa akong girlfriend na si Zandra. Ano to?
Piti kita shout out. But okay. Anything else, Rob? You're good? I also have my own shout outs as well to my starting kangaroos, amo ang interest group in the office. So mga nag-appeal og fun run and the Mile Marathon, 21K, 10K, 5 ug 3K. Kudos to you. Congratulations sa inyong finishing time. Regardless naka-medal mo or wala, it's a great honor joining you. And also, I'd like to greet my girlfriend, Maria Chari. We just celebrated our 2nd anniversary. Yay! Salamat lami. Yay!
Mo dito yung rason na late mag-record.
Give chance na lang. Tagsa naman. But yeah, thank you. Right.
Okay, so guys, please do follow our official social media pages in Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's at Jump Shot Podcast. And please do subscribe also at our YouTube channel. It's the Jump Shot Podcast, and also follow us on Spotify. Because we are streaming there right now.
Streaming. Okay. And of course, our personal social media pages at JNF Savilion. That's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And Raboni.
And me
How about
at
you?
Rab Bourbon Marto.
Chilling. And
It's
I
Twitter
guess
and
that's a
Instagram.
wrap for episode
Yes.
04. So we're happy
Yeah.
to join you with this podcast.
Yes.
Stay tuned, stay locked in for the next episode. Thank you. Adios.
Adios.
Mongos.